Welcome to this week's Job with Jason, your weekly real estate and mortgage update. I cannot believe it's already May, and with May comes the busy buying season. So we have about 30 more days until school's out. A lot of houses are hitting the market, so I'd like to go over this time of year, what are your critical dates in a home purchase, okay? The contract actually means something, so you want to make sure you know these dates to make sure you have a smooth closing whether you're selling a house or you're buying a house. These dates are the same, okay? Number one, you got to know the contract date, guys. And the contract date is super important in the summertime because you got people selling a house and buying a house. This person's selling a house and they're buying a house. It can be a domino. We've done loans where there's a domino of 9 different contingencies going on. So that contract date is super critical. You got to hit it for closing. Number 2, the option period end date, okay? When you go into contract, most contracts have an option period. That's when the buyer can cancel for whatever reason they want to. It's usually 10 days, but it's negotiable, okay? So make sure you know when that option period ends because there's less wiggle room to get out of the contract. The appraisal date, okay? If there's financing on the house, you've got to have an appraisal on the house, okay? And that can be a really big hurdle that if the house doesn't appraise, you go right back to negotiation. So know when the lender's ordering that appraisal, know when that appraisal is supposed to be due, all right? The next one, number 4, is your financing addendum date, okay? Financing approval date, if you will. So in all these contracts in Texas, there's a financing approval date. Sometimes they're 14 days, sometimes they're 21 days, okay? Once you go past that date, that the client should be approved for their mortgage or their earnest money goes live, okay? Another hurdle to get across. One that's super important as we head into the busy buying season of back-to-back closings, the CD date, okay? When a buyer buys a house and they get financing, the closing disclosure must go out 3 days before closing. If you don't hit that date, there will be no closing, okay? So make sure you're aware of that date when the CD should go out and make sure that buyer views that CD. And the last one, the last but not least, the close date, okay? The close date is when you get your keys, when you move in, and you go from there, okay? So if you have any questions on these dates, make sure you know them, whether you're selling or buying. It'll be very, very important as we head into busy buying season. Talk to you soon.